Previous video, we understood about antivirus security profile theoretically, right? So now in this video, let's see how to configure antivirus profiles and what are the parameters that is involved while configuring that. And practically, let's try to download some, test virus files from the internet and check the behavior. All right. So that's the topology that we have taken. Now we are going to configure an antivirus profile. We already have one valid firewall policy to allow a transaction from LAN to WAN towards the internet, right? And also on top of that, we have in the previous videos, like we have enabled SSL inspection, which means like there is no direct encrypted channels between any destination in the internet, like whatever the encrypted communication that's going through the firewall. Okay, means firewall is actually doing the SSL inspection. Okay, so we'll be having a two different session, that's from client to firewall as well as firewall to the destination. All right. So what let's do? Let's go to our firewall. So this is the firewall, and as said, this is the security policy that we have, that is LAN to WAN, and so we are using this particular SSL inspection. And so this is the place like security profiles, and under security profiles, you'll be seeing something like antivirus, right? So if you enable here, you will see there are two default profiles. Okay. So AAV stands for antivirus, and one is a default and the other one is Wi-Fi default. Either you can use the same one or we can create a custom profile that completely depends on our requirement. So let's create some custom profile. Even if you want, you can use the same, or if you want to create a custom profile, we can have it. So if in case you want to create a custom profile, we need to navigate to security profiles, and under security profiles, there is something like antivirus. Okay, so this is the two default profiles that we are talking about. And if you want to see what's there, just open it. And by default, like the default profile is set to block. Okay, if you remember in the previous video when we are talking about action items, I mentioned like apart from the security policy actions, there is an action that we also do it based on the profiles, like, so this is what it is. So if it scans and if it find any malicious content, what it need to do, like either to block it or just to monitor it, that's what it is. So the default profile is set to block, and these are all the protocols that is being inspected. Okay, and also like I said, if you remember in the SSL inspection video, I said that there are two types of an SSL inspection two modes of SSL inspection in FortiGate. One is flow based and the other one is proxy based, proxy mode, right? So comparing to flow based, the proxy mode has a lot of other protocols as well. Okay, you can just check that. And for a lab purpose, let's go with the flow based one, not required to move to proxy. So by default, these are all the protocols that are being inspected in the default profile. And also like a treat window executable in, like it's for an email. Okay, and if you want to send, if you see anything and if you want to inspect it, if you want to send that file to the sandbox for inspection, that is also possible. And if you want to just quarantine it, you can do it. This is for mobile malware protection. Okay. All right. As said, like if you see, I mentioned like you can integrate database to it. Okay. So either you can use FortiGuard prevention database, just enable it, or you can also integrate your external malware database. Okay. And just enable, like you need to specify the database informations. That's it. All right. So now let's go back, and this is all about the default, and this is for a Wi-Fi traffic. Okay, and it seems to be the same with few. Like if you see in the Wi-Fi for a mobile malware protection, it's enabled. Okay, so as per our requirement, maybe let's craft a new custom profile. All right, so let me create test, and I'll just create antivirus profile one. Okay, So this is the name of the profile that we are creating. And here, if you want to give any comments, you can do it. And this is the place, like you need to enable it. Okay. Once you enable it, only then it start to scan for antivirus. So by default, it is set to disable. Okay. So just select it. And as said, if you put here, you will just monitor it. You will not block. Okay, for logging purpose, you can just monitor it. But if you want to block any suspicious or a malicious traffic, it's always suggested or recommended to go this side. And you can specify what are the protocols that you want to inspect, like HTTP, POP, emails for FTP, SIPs, whatever it is, based on your requirement, you can do it. And that's fine. Like I said, is for lab. I think either HTTP. This is more than enough for me. Just select OK. So now our profile is ready. So this is our custom profile, that is antivirus profile 1. Now what we are going to do, as the profile is ready, we are going to associate this profile under our policy. So let's go to this policy in object, under policy in object, firewall policy. So this is our existing firewall policy, right? And just to open it, come down a little, and by default this antivirus profile is disabled. Okay, it's very important, even means it's very important to enable the SSL inspection. Okay, so just enabling antivirus without SSL inspection means it's not that valid, because it will do only for the unencrypted communication then. So if you want to perform it for all, like even encrypted channel, then you should go with the SSL inspection enabled feature. Okay. All right. So now let me enable. Okay. I have enabled it, and I said by default it is with default profile. If you select now, you will see this particular profile that we have configured. Okay. I just select this one. That's it. I have associated the antivirus profile that I have created. Select OK. Okay, so now my profile is ready. Like as soon as we enabled it, okay, as soon as we have associated the antivirus profile, if you scroll a little and if you see the security profiles, we will see that the antivirus, it's enabled, right? Maybe I think I'll just move this hit count with the last as earlier. If it's required, we can bring it back again. Okay, that's not a okay. So if you see here the security profiles, it is added. All right. Now, what we'll do, let's go to, so as per this topology, now we have this firewall is having point number one, a valid security policy to allow communication from LAN to WAN. Okay, so that if you try to connect from here to internet, it will work. On top of that, you have SSL inspection enabled it, and the certificates are trusted in both the PCs now. So that whatever even HTTPS transaction you're initiating it, then firewall will inspect it, because I said it's in two different communication it will happen. On top of it, now we have configured antivirus profile, which means like even if you try to download, or if let's consider that you're trying to initiate a request to any destination, okay, in the internet, and if there is any malicious content that's coming in, now firewall will detect it. Okay, maybe intently we will not do it. There may be multiple situations, like you may be accessing to any FTP server or something like that in the internet, okay, with an trusted destination somewhere else in the internet, and somehow like it got compromised, and attacker added some malicious script in it into it, so that if in case you're trying to connect to the same destination, then based on the script that attacker added to that particular server, then that the malicious content would come into your network. That's how it commonly work, right? So in this case, like even if that is the scenario and it's coming, now firewall will detect and block it. Sorry. All right, let me go to my PC one now. I don't know. Just unable to. Okay, here it is. Okay. Now I'm inside the PC one. What I'll do, I'll try to. There are a lot of test virus files in the internet, right? So let's try to download that test virus file. And when the test virus file is coming here on the response, then this guy will detect it and will block. So let me open the browser. So try to download EACR test file. Okay, so let's try to download EICAR test file. Here it is. Okay, this is a test virus. Okay, so download antivirus test file. Okay, this is the official site for it. It's for a learning purpose. It's for a test purpose. Okay, so here in this site we can get the file. So let's scroll down. So we'll be seeing an option to download it. All right, here it is. Okay, if you see here, like we have multiple combinations of that. Like it's in .com, .text, it's zipped, it's zipped two times, I think. Yeah, one zip, right? So let me try to download this particular file, and also we'll try to see high security alert. You are not permitted to download the .text because it is an infected with this virus. Okay, so it is telling that we are not authorized to download it because this particular file that you're trying to download is already infected with this virus. Who is telling? FortiGate is telling. Okay, and it's blocking basically. Okay, it's not giving just an warning kind of a message. It's actually blocking, like it's not allowing us to further connect to the destination. It's just blocked the page and we cannot proceed it further. And like if you come back here, you can also try to this .com. See here as well. You are not permitted to download the file this one.com because it is infected with this virus. As said, this is one of the sample or a test virus file available in the internet. If you want to test with some other test virus file, you can just go to that website and you can try to download it. And even like you can try to download the HTTPS as well in the HTTPS also. Okay, if you see here now, we are actually trying with the HTTPS. See, it's an HTTPS, right? So basically, from the client to the destination, it's an encrypted, but it's not a same or a single connection. If it's a single connection, then it would work because this FortiGate cannot scan it, right? But now, as said, there are two different sessions. Like means basically, FortiGate is doing the SSL inspection in it. Okay, so you can just go to your FortiGate and logs. Under logs, you'll be seeing something like system events. So here, if in case you are in the older code, 70 code, you'll be directly seeing, sorry, security events you need to click. Okay, you can directly check antivirus, something like that. See, so this is what antivirus is. You'll be seeing everything. Okay, so you can just go here. So it is directly taking us to this particular, because we are explicitly looking for the antivirus related events. Okay, and that's the reason automatically it added this particular filter. Okay, if you want, you can just clear and see this is all about like it also has the old entries like when I was recording for the Tamil. Okay, so if we see here, whenever we try to connect or when we try to download this EICR test file, it's blocking. Okay, you can see the informations about it, like it's an HTTPS. Okay, so encrypted one, but still it's happening. It's giving the informations about the source, file name, what kind of the virus it's trying. Like it's giving that information as well because it's aware about this EACR virus in its signature. and then details like from which destination or which website we are trying to download it, and what's the action that's taken. Okay, and also if you want to add more to this, you can add like checksum, the other steps like that's relevant to this particular logs. And also, like not only here, you can just to go to dashboard, status, or security. So you should see some information here as well. It would take some time, like maybe I'll just put 1 hour. You'll be seeing that the same information. See, like this particular widget is about threats. Okay, so it's telling that this threat is identified, this malware is detected, and it is classified as the critical one. And this is the score of it, and totally how many sessions were initiated to for this particular virus. So this all information it would give. So basically now when we try to download any malicious content or a malicious even virus file, it's not allowing it. So I'll just show it again. See, it's still blocked. So it's not only to this destination or this particular virus file, to any destination. Okay, and also you can try to download any virus file. It will not allow it. It will block. So this is what antivirus security profile.